if we had the option to, we'd just have things done for us. We wouldn't have to do anything ourselves. So the quote, "Teachers open the door, but you must enter yourself," is a Chinese proverb. I agree with this because people tend to want things done themselves, but that's not how the world works. We have to have things presented to us, like when we're younger, but we have to complete the task ourselves. 3 situations could be, like the quote says directly with a teacher and a student, or work, co-workers, bosses, and then parents and sons and daughters. So when it comes to teachers, they give us the homework, but they're obviously not going to do the homework for us. We have to complete it. And so when we're at school and we have to study, we have to work on projects, teachers can't complete this for us. They open the door, they give us the assignment, but we in turn have to complete it to earn our grade. And then when it comes to work, we get trained at new jobs, and we have to eventually be able to do that job on our own. We can't have the trainer have to help us all the time. For example, I trained someone at work about 3 months ago, and I work in a restaurant, and I work up front and I serve, but I'm training this hostess on the front, answering the phones and feeding hostess. And I was doing a lot of the work just to show her and have her observe me do the work so that she can just copy me and do the same thing. But still, to this day, I feel like a lot of time when I work with her, I have to pick up a lot of the slack. So that is an example of me teaching her, but her not doing the work herself. And when it comes to parents and sons and daughters, our parents send us to school, our parents make us get a job, but we have to do the work. If our parents want us to get a job and say, you go out and get a job, we can't be like, okay, help me get the job. You have to go out and do that yourself. So I agree with this quote that teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself, because we in fact have to do everything ourselves, because that's how the world works.
All right, Chrystin, I thought you had a good direct statement. Your point of view is expressed nicely. There's a preview, so we know where you're going. I think you recognize that your first and third points were a little bit thin. It was your middle point that was the best, because you had a nice personal example that you can use there. If you can think of illustrations, it's always easier to talk about those other points. When the illustrations stay really abstract, it's hard to get into it. But I thought you did a pretty good job coming up with the right kinds of ideas. It's, like I said, it remained a little abstract for the first and third illustrations, but the second one was pretty good. And then on the presentation, everything you're doing is good. You're looking at the audience for the most part. The only thing that I thought was maybe a little bit iffy about your audience contact is you do tend to be focusing right on the center. You want to make sure that you don't forget the edges and the corners too. Scan the audience occasionally, not just focus on what's right in front of you, but maybe do a little bit of that adjustment that we talked about. Otherwise, I don't have anything that I saw that was problematic. I thought at the end of the speech that you had a good exit line. You seem visually engaged when you're doing the presentation. Your expressions are good. I thought that your gestures were very natural and involved and fit in with what you were talking about. So, like I said, just a couple things about the orientation of your body and maybe scanning the audience a little bit more. All right, thank you.